too close. It needs to be like a fist. Do you guys know that one meme with the two like I think they're sisters, or like Happy New Year or something like that. They're like super emo. You guys don't know it? For the new year. Which your meme knowledge is not as elastic as mine. I don't know where it is. Yeah, Austrians, listen to the podcast. Sorry.
We're including all of this, by the way.
Oh, this is on?
This is on.
So should we get started?
Yeah.
Should we do our clap thing?
Yes.
We have to clap?
Do we have to clap? No?
I don't know, you said clap.
One.
Oh, okay.
Okay. 2,
3.
No, that was not the same.
No, that's,
one more
come
time.
on.
Okay.
Take as long as you want. We'll be here all night.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode, the 12th episode of Unsigned Berlin. And today we have Aicha and Ada from Lemon Eye, 2 of, 5 members?
Yeah.
Currently. So we're really stoked to have you guys here. And let's just kind of get a quick background into how the band started. And what brought you guys to Berlin? Kind of some background information. Don't be nervous. You've got it.
Nervous, I'm not.
I can start since she's busy laughing.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you start?
Okay. So basically Aicha and I met in 20, what was it? 20?
2020, yeah.
Not 19?
No.
2020, fall 2020. Because we lived in the same student house. And it was like the worst lockdown phase of them all. So like everyone in the house kind of got like super close to each other because you couldn't do anything else. And then pretty quickly we discovered that we both play music, and there were a couple other people who also played music. And then we kind of started jamming every now and then, but nothing serious because like I knew I was going away back to my home university.
He was just an Erasmus student, that's why.
Exactly. I was gonna go back to the Netherlands, but so then it was just jamming around. But I actually caught up quite quickly that she was really talented and like...
He never said those words to me ever.
Yeah. This is just official, you know? Like, and that she was like very quick in adapting to different styles of music and enjoyed as well.
Yeah. I'm never letting this die. You send this a copyright.
And then then I went away for half a year, and then I decided to move back to Berlin.
That's not how it happened though, first.
Okay.
See, you
Fake
doesn't even
news.
know our story. That's crazy. I sent you a song in the summer, and you didn't know that you were coming back then.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then he was like, I was like, do you want to start a band? And he was like, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then I sent him that one song that will hopefully come out this summer. And he was like, actually, I'm sure. Yeah. And he changed his mind. And he was like, let's do it.
Yeah. And then like at the beginning we were like, okay, let's just start out like in a low-key acoustic setting, we'll work on our music, but pretty quickly we realized, no, like this is music that needs a full setup. This is music that needs energy, that needs drums, bass, more vocals, and then we just started looking for people.
Mm-hmm. Can you say what song it was? Or do you want to keep it quiet?
Oh, yeah, I can say it. Should I say it? Yeah, it's Day at the Beach. It's called Day at the Beach. It's a very fun song.
Yeah.
It's the first song that we wrote for that.
Yeah. And we will work on the recording soon. Yeah. So for a summer release, hopefully.
And then as far as finding other band members, how did you find the other 3?
That happened through Facebook, actually.
Was all of them Facebook?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
For AC?
AC was first, AC was first. And
November.
like, we weren't even we were mainly looking for bass and drums. But we were also just looking around of any kind of people who were looking for projects. And then we were actually jamming at my place.
Yeah. Wait, can I just mention, like, initially when we had, like, the project, we were, like, always discussing what instruments would sound like really nice on our songs. And then I don't know, one of us was like, fuck man, is that okay?
You can curse.
Can we all fuck, yeah?
I was like, shit, I fucking love like strings, like instruments and stuff like that. And then he mentioned like, oh, that would be ideal if we find like a cellist, like something like that. And then I think we were going through this group on Facebook and we were looking like for backing vocals. And then like literally the first person that came to us and like the first person that we contacted, like literally mentioned like in a small section that she played cello, like on the side, and we were like, shit, this has to be like this is like destiny or something like that, right? And so she came to Ada's place in November. We had a small session. It was very cute because she had printed like the lyrics to her own songs, and I was like, it was the first time that you
and she
we
made
saw
little notes on
it
them.
was very cute, and it was very obvious that she was like passionate about it, and we were like, you're going back to France in December, you have to bring back your cello.
Yeah, we told her to,
Yeah.
like, you're bringing your cello.
And the next session back again, like after like Christmas break, we were like meeting again at Ada's, and I remember seeing AC, but this time she was like literally like carrying the cello on her back, like going up the stairs, and I was like, fuck, this is real. AC brought her cello, man, this is gonna be the...
Yeah.
And and it was really, really exciting from then on.
And yeah, since then, the cello has become, I think, kind of our secret weapon, right?
Yeah, for
Like, we don't want to overuse it in all of our songs,
For sure.
but I feel like it's quite unconventional to have, like leading parts for cello in, like, rock bands, you know?
And she sings background vocals for you
Yes,
guys as
yes,
well.
yes.
So you kind of can balance that between having the cello as your secret weapon and then having her
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can like know when to include each. And then do you guys think you all had the same influences for what the band wanted to be? I mean,
Ooh.
that was probably mainly driven by you and your writing style, right? Or I mean, you mentioned being influenced by like Phoebe Bridgers and stuff.
Yes.
But like, did you guys all have that in mind, do you think? Were you on the same page, or did you kind of had to like introduce the members to some of that?
For genres, I think we were very lucky because we all mainly listened to the same things.
I think listening, yeah, but I think playing, I think we come from very different areas. Like AC has, I think, a classical
That's
education.
for sure, yeah.
I mainly come from like soul, blues, and funk, and classic rock. Like I grew up with classic rock, and Aicha has always been mainly to like indie pop, right? Like predominantly.
No, for sure.
Julian,
Julien.
I think he listens to everything.
Julien listens to
Yeah,
everything,
Julien
yes, that's
listens to
true.
everything.
But I can definitely tell that he has more like his playing is very kind of rock influenced, like,
Yeah.
right? Because like for Shoelace, for example, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He definitely has that like.
No, it's cool. I mean, it's such a cliche to say, like, yeah, everybody has different influences and brings their own thing. But
It's only
that's it. Like, it's
only
how
a
it is.
cliche 'cause it's true a
Exactly.
lot.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so cool about it, you know?
I mean, you can really tell that especially with the performances, you can tell AC is very classically trained and like very tight.
Vocally.
Where when we were doing that recording, we didn't use a click apart from like the intro 4, and they all line up almost perfectly, which is great for me on the trying to like put stuff together.
This was for you.
But yeah, super tight. And then from the lyrical standpoint, you can see your more like indie influences and going on to that. Yeah, and then the cello also is like really unusual to hear in that genre
I
at
know,
least,
right?
but really like sits in very
It
comfortably.
fits in perfectly.
Yeah,
I think.
and it's nice that she can be on stage doing backing and then also doing cello. Yeah, are you? Yeah, you can go.
No,
You go.
I was just. Now that you've mentioned when you guys were recording, do you guys want to talk a little bit about the video session, which was really cool, kind of a process like being in a studio environment and how that
For
was?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know when it's going to come out or exactly like what kind of format it's going to come out, but it will at some point, I think.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And yeah, we just did like a live performance, all 5 of you guys in a small room and just equipment everywhere, which was, I don't know, I had a good time. It was fun.
Me too,
Yeah.
for sure.
And it was a
Definitely.
great time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
It
think
was
it's
really nice. Yeah. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Are
personally.
you guys doing more live performances in terms of like on stage and stuff? You putting that together, or for now just working on getting the tracks recorded and writing?
I think we want to do both, ideally.
Mhm.
I mean, it's hard. Like, the more people you are in a band, the harder
Organizing.
it becomes to, like, I don't know, schedule
Manage
things,
everything,
work on
yeah.
things.
Mhm.
But the more exciting it also gets, I think, because, I mean, I found out for myself that, like, you know, the music I want to do is, like, I can't do music on my own. Like,
Right.
I don't like my singing, and I need other people to do that. And that's why I'm enjoying that, like, the band has grown to, like, 5 people.
Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. And really, it's like always that cliche thingy, but really, like, it sounds like like initially, like I'm so used to like playing by myself. For example, like that's what I've done like for the past 19 years.
Mhm.
No, I haven't played when I was like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But like still, you know what I mean.
Oh, you
just,
haven't?
just for a
What
second.
a loser.
Yeah. But it's so different to like play by yourself, and now you actually get to like make music with like many people at the same time, and just like it just sounds so perfect. And so I mean, it doesn't always sound perfect, but like it sounds perfect like when you get it right, you know, and it sounds complete. Thank you, that was the word that I was looking for.
Yeah, like fills in all the gaps that you wouldn't be able to do on your own.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's really, really nice.
Yeah.
And he's
And
like insane, like he does insane like stuff, like riffs on the guitar. He really like one thing that I really appreciate about you.
Oh, this is my time.
Oh, yeah, it's your
Guys,
time.
this is gonna be good.
I feel like I haven't had this like musical connection with anyone before,
Oh, that's
but
nice.
I know exactly where he's going, and he knows exactly where I'm going when we start something.
Oh, yeah,
Haven't
yeah.
you noticed that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a lot of times?
No, that also really surprised me because at first I was like with the songs, because I think the first few song ideas mainly came from you, and I was like, maybe I'm a bit too bluesy for this stuff, you know, like too classic rock and blues oriented. But I think that's what kind of made our music interesting.
Yep.
And then rather quickly, like we started to be extremely efficient with songwriting. Like there are days where like we had an idea and in an hour we had a full song ready. And yeah, I feel the exact same way because like
Mastermind.
often it starts like with an idea. Just today we had an idea, for
Yeah,
example.
that's true.
Is it like it usually is like either she sends me like a voice memo or I send her a voice memo with just an idea, and then we both immediately know, okay, this is that type of song, and we kind of know where we both want it to go. And so that works really well. I agree.
And we're very lucky because like we usually agree on stuff. We more than
Usually,
often agree.
yeah.
No, more than
Usually.
often agree about the direction in which a song is going.
For the voice memos, is it typically like a melody idea, or is it? Can we hear one?
Oh, I would literally like pick up the phone and I'd be like, do you actually want? Should I send the last one?
Ah, it's really bad playing.
Do you
But if
have one
from,
from
like,
one of
me
the
going, like,
songs?
yeah, you can show the two.
Should I show the two?
Yeah. Do you have one for going back? Like, do you reckon you have one for Pocket Song? Or
Oh, for sure.
This
One
is
of those?
actually how Pocket
I-
Song started.
I sent it to you,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember exactly. I was walking somewhere. It was freezing
Oh
cold.
yeah, we were meeting at Friedrichstrasse.
Yeah, and we
I
met
just
up later.
spat
that-
everywhere. This was.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm scared. What if there's like okay, never mind.
Long hair in the sun, there's freckles on your face. Your eyes are a little unknown. No, keep it.
Keep it running. I'll come with this.
Like the hand of the only one who cares. Keep your tongue inside of my mouth, and I don't hear ya. Aim for me, I'm shy. Don't keep holding your thoughts in.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool to hear. Because I feel like a lot of the people who listen to this podcast are musicians and local here, but maybe there are a select few who haven't been in that songwriting process, like in the room when it's happening. And there are all these little tiny moments that happen that are just like so gold. They're so
for
good.
sure.
Yeah,
The little
yeah.
laughs are like, keep it.
Yeah.
Like that's you're like in such a space.
Yeah, like
at
most
that
of our
point.
voice memos sound with weird noises. I
Oh no,
think,
for
like-
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh.
I meow a lot as well.
Yeah.
So
Also,
good.
Ash meows a lot.
Yeah, but she got that from me probably. But it's really
We
fun.
meow a
Like
lot.
in the summer when I'm like back in Tunisia, like away from. I like to go back on like
Away
the
from what?
the vocal memos, and I re-listen to like how like the very first like takes of like every song, like how it started, and it's very, very fun to like see that progress of like how it went from ooh to ooh, you know.
Even though it hasn't changed that much. I mean, the obvious change is the speed,
Yeah.
where it's a lot faster
Yeah.
now. But in terms of like the little, I don't know what part of the song it is, but the guitar part
Yeah.
is still there.
Oh
like,
yeah.
almost
Yeah.
exactly the same. And a lot of the like melodic lines are very,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
haven't changed at all.
Mm,
Which is
that's
kind of
true.
cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Songs kind of come out the way they come out.
Mm.
You know,
Like
they're
babies.
yeah, they're exactly. I mean, there's
Yeah.
only so much the environment. I mean, the environment has a really big impact on them, but other than that, like, it's the soul of it is intact, like it's there from the,
For
from
sure,
the jump.
for sure.
So it's crazy how songs start off a certain way, and then you
Yeah.
hear it when you've done the demo or something. You're like, what was I
Yeah, yeah.
singing?
It's so
you know?
different.
I think
Super
both of
different.
them were really slow. Like also Judgment Day started out as a much slower song,
Mm.
and then she hated it for a while.
I hated Judgment
She
Day
hated it, yeah,
so much.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you guys, your songs have gotten, like you said, a lot of these started off slower and then they became faster? Like, do you think that happens a lot of the time? Or is that just like, you know?
I think it's a normal process,
Mhm.
actually, especially like when you start with only one guitar.
Yeah, true. Because
and
you're in your room
singing.
and you're
Exactly.
like in
So
that space.
You don't give that much attention to tempo, actually, or me at least. I'd rather also like start a song not super slowly, but like on a slower pace, and then like discover and like put more effort and thought into like tempo. But like first, I would like to explore like melodies and vocals first.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think when we both started acoustically, it's like normal for it to like be slower,
Mhm.
but afterwards you have to like add a little punch to it.
Yeah. Maybe that's like the difference between a singer-songwriter standpoint and a band. You know,
Yeah.
it like that energy of bringing people into it can make it
Mm.
faster and like more, yeah, just like more drive. So that's
Yeah.
really, really cool. Yeah, your music is just super fun. Like I remember listening to it for the first time and I was like, oh, this is such a fun.
Oh,
and I was
thank
like, I
you.
need to hear them
Thank you.
live too,
Oh,
which was
love
that was
that.
cool.
Oh,
And
thank you
yeah, so I'm
much.
excited to see when the video comes out and what gigs you guys have coming up too.
Yeah, I mean, when you take it to the band, is it then very much driven by you guys, where it's like, okay, this is the idea we had, let's figure out how we can add parts to it, or is each person then writing their own part and being like, this is what I know I can do because this is my instrument and this is what I can speak through?
I think mostly, like the thing is, like I mentioned that we were surprisingly efficient with songs, and now we're kind of at the spot where we have like too many songs that are like finished. But
Can
we
you ever
haven't
have too
done
many
yet.
songs?
No.
We have 15 songs
The
already.
thing is, like, we kind of
Nice.
want to like go into the studio blind and kind of come up with stuff on the spot,
Mm-hmm.
and we've started doing that as well.
Yeah, recently, like.
But like, I think 90% of our songs is like we write out the structure of it, and then we pitch it to the band, and then they figure out something themselves, and then we work on all the parts together. Like it's
Mhm.
not just like everyone's working on their parts. Like Aicha tells me, yeah, this sounds better on the guitar, or I tell her, no, like the way you sang it last
No,
time
shut
is
up.
better.
Don't sing.
Can you like? Can you like?
That's what she said. It's literally what she said. But yeah, that's how it usually goes. But there are
Mhm.
moments where, like, especially like recently, I mean, like, the thing is, like, when you have a lot of songs ready, you can't help but like feel bored of them in a way, especially
Yeah.
if like you're continuously like repeating them over and over again, which is good because you're getting better at like performing them, right, and getting ready
Mhm.
to like be on stage. But like jamming, what was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying. This is great. But like jamming is like, okay, you take over actually right
So
now.
jamming
I'm out
is
of the
really
band.
fun. Like when you, I
Sorry.
got this, bro. I got this. So I assume what you wanted to say was that like when you're jamming, you come up with completely different types of ideas.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's funny, and it's funsies, and it's yeah, and it's liberating, and it's like new stuff, and okay, let's go, party in the USA.
No, but I've got to actually witness this environment where you guys like you can definitely go off into really like kind of humorous like you're just kind of like
What
you
is
know
that?
oh yeah, you guys are very serious when
We
you
are
are in
extremely serious
so
people.
serious, you know, but it always comes
dislike
back.
when people say that about me.
No, but like you guys kind of always come back and you're like, okay, we gotta get back
Yeah.
on track. But it's really fun to see that you can maintain that balance of being really
Yeah.
humorous and keep that band dynamic light,
Thank
because
you.
that's kind of a difficult thing.
Definitely. Like I
Right.
mean, it's not just about finding people who like the music or want to play the music or are good at their instrument. Of course, these things matter, but like the vibe and the group dynamic is just as important, you know.
Yeah, you could put great musicians in a room and
For
they won't get
sure.
along.
Exactly,
You know?
Yeah.
exactly, and
So
that's why we
that's-
were like so happy when we found Julian. Like,
Yeah. And AC. Don't forget
AC is alright. AC is alright.
She's okay.
You
She's
guys
okay.
like
She's
you
trying.
guys have other outside. I mean, this band is not your main thing. Not just that's like the only thing. You guys are also studying.
Yes.
There are other things going on. Do you feel like that helps you when you have that kind of daytime activity that's not music? Does it help keep music in this like purely fun area for you, or do you want to do that full time? Hopefully.
That's such a lovely question. Thank you.
Aw.
I love that question a lot. I think for me, in a way, the fact that I have something else on the side makes me way more productive with music.
Yeah.
Cause like I have a more like small time like where like I'm like, okay, I only have today, for example, to make music, so I need to make the most out of it. And in a way, like my brain works better under like, I'm the kind of person who has like a brain who works better under pressure. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have this time and I'm gonna come up with the most crazy thing ever. And that's basically how I do it. What about you?
I'd love to do it full time.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, yeah, I would love to do it full time as well.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, like, yeah.
That's an interesting point because maybe it's the same with me, but I still feel like, if I always struggle with the fact that one day is just 24 hours and there's so much
What
to
an
do in
artistic-
life. And I don't know, like, I wish I had more time for music. So I think I would love doing it full time, actually.
Yeah, I feel like you also just have to find different distractions because I have days where I'll like, work on music for 7 hours and then I've made 7 tracks and then I'm there and I'm like,
yeah.
nothing is coming out. I've just got to like do anything that's not music for a minute. So it's nice to have still the separation, especially if you're starting out and you're really trying to like find where you want to go creatively.
Yeah.
For sure. And
Yeah.
at some point you're like, if you like do it for like too long, I think, and it's not just for music, I think it's for everything in general. If you like focus on it too long, at some point you're not going to come up with like more ideas.
Yep.
And you're just going to stagnate. So like, I think, is that a word,
Yeah.
stagnation? Yes.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's the same with practice. Like, if you practice a lot and regularly, like,
You're going to get bad.
you don't feel the progress, and that becomes really frustrating.
Yeah.
And I've had that when I like had phases where I practiced like hours in a day and I felt like, okay, now like nothing's changing. But then when you take a short break, come back to it, you really feel that difference. So yeah,
Sure.
breaks are good, everyone. Take breaks.
Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Have a Kit Kat. Have a Kit Kat, go to Kit
Whatever works.
Kat. Whatever, yeah, or both. Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't done a collaboration
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, what?
Mm.
We had a collaboration.
between the club and the bar
Oh, and
because they could have the
Oh,
same
yes.
name and it
I
could be
got
like
that.
have a Kit Kat, go
Oh,
to
okay.
Kit Kat.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
I
Mm.
don't know if they want to.
Yeah, it's probably anti-capitalist versus
Or maybe
very
not.
capitalist,
Yeah.
and like
Most
very
capitalism.
child-friendly versus
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
not child-friendly. But for writing, how often are you guys meeting up to do that, or is it more like a digital thing where you send a voice memo and be like, oh, this is beep a doop beep,
That's exactly how it goes.
Yeah.
I think in the very beginning we used to meet up to actually do like songwriting sessions, but afterwards, because we have like also have to like have time for like rehearsals, and it's very difficult for everyone to like meet up. Other than that, like, cause like Julian and AC also have like work and stuff like that, so we don't have like a day where we decide we all meet up and like, yeah, let's write a song, let's do like a songwriting session, stuff like that. So what usually happens is that I write it, the lyrics and stuff, and if I have an idea, like I pitch it to Ada, or like if he has an idea, he pitches to us. So like Julian, if he has like a cool sick bass line, he sends it to us. And
Yeah, but also I think, again, to the last point, like we have so many songs already that like we don't really feel the need to right now because there's so much to catch up on, even though it feels more exciting to work on new
Yeah.
stuff,
It's always really tempting to be like, oh,
Yeah.
let's make a new song
Exactly.
today.
Exactly, yeah.
And I feel like lately it's been hitting us more and more, because like in the past 2 weeks we've already had like 4 new song ideas, I think.
Yeah.
And I think, and yeah, I think I'm gonna work on them. I've decided.
Me too.
I've decided.
But let's not tell the others.
Let's just let's
And
just tell Sebastian.
Aisha, in the
then-
songwriting process, are you taking all of your ideas from real life or your everyday experiences, or are some of these things kind of, I don't know, I think a lot of different songwriters have similar or different approaches. How does that come to you?
To me, it's both actually. Like I like to have like I use songwriting as this is such a cliche answer, but like
It's
a diary.
true.
It's
It's
yeah, it's
true.
literally my diary. It's like how I process my feelings most of the time. But I also really, really enjoy creating stories through like songwriting and like making up like people, like new people, like new problems and stuff like that. And just like I enjoy like storytelling through songwriting, but not necessarily my story, like just a fun story.
Cool. So it kind of like weaves in and
Yeah.
out of reality a little bit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It shows. And it's also like you can take, that's the fun thing about songwriting is you can take kind of a weird experience or like kind of a shitty experience and then you can be like, it's Day at the Beach, or it's like,
Yeah.
or I mean, not that
That
that's
was a
what-
very good experience, by the way.
yeah, that's a very good experience. Or you
Very
could
good
kind of
day
be
at the
like,
beach.
Very good
yeah,
day at the
yeah,
beach,
you could
trust
be
me.
like, you could have some songs that are kind of
Oh,
like,
man.
you know, in your feels, and you can have some songs that are like, yeah, you know,
No,
yeah.
for sure. Ups and downs. That's
Ups
what life
and
is
downs.
all about.
Exactly. Totally. And do you feel like where you're from or your background before music influences any part of your writing at all, or do you think that's more of your like sonic influences, like the people you listen to?
I think yeah, because like every person has like a different type of like story, kind of.
Yeah.
So I think yeah. I definitely like dig into my trauma, childhood trauma, and everything, and so yes, I think my background does influence me a lot. And I actually there's a song where I talk about my country.
Yeah, I was gonna say that there's one
Yeah.
song, and it may be my current favorite, which we haven't like recorded yet. It's like in the future, but like it's so personal and it's got such weird lyrics also.
Yeah,
But it really like you can feel that deep connection to your
yeah.
hometown. And
Yeah?
I think yeah,
Really? Sure.
it's really good. It's really good.
One thing that I actually also enjoy doing a lot for like songwriting, it's like when songs are supposed to be like really sad, and then just like transform that shit into like a pop song, into like a happy
Mhm.
song, you know? I want people to dance to this, but then listen to the lyrics and like, shit, this is let me break the tissue box. Sorry, that was not funny.
We'll be right back.
cut. No.
What was that?
Do you have any worries with that kind of thing where if something's really personal, you don't want to put it out, or you want to change it in some way, or I don't know, it's weird putting out really personal stuff like that to a kind of an open
Yes,
audience.
for sure. But I've had like this talk with myself
Mhm.
about it actually. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like everyone is like, I'm not even the kind of person who will like talk about my feelings that
Mhm.
often. And I'm not honest at all with myself about my feelings. But I think the fact that I'm putting it out there in a way like helps me with like processing it in a way, like also my feelings.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I'm not against it, you know. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck it, just like you want to hear what I think, go ahead.
Mhm.
I'm doing this for myself anyway, so just like
Yeah. I mean, also if it's true to yourself, then it doesn't really matter. And
yeah.
do you have input on like the topic and like word to word kind of input as well on songwriting, or is it more like melodic and harmony based with the guitar stuff? Because that's your specialty.
Oh, rarely, but on some, like I remember, like we have a song called "Weakness" or "Your Weakness." I don't know what is it now. It keeps changing.
Let's keep it to
Anyway,
weakness.
and there I remember it started kind of with a riff,
Mm.
but then we were like, yeah, what could this be about, you know?
Yeah.
And then we kind of jammed on it together and like figured out what the themes could be. So rarely
Mhm.
I would have. Is that the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, rarely we would like talk about it together,
Mhm.
but mostly like I work on the music stuff, and she does her things, and it's
Mhm.
usually really good.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go fix that camera.
But that's it. You know what? While you
thing.
get up, why don't you go get us 4 glasses?
Of
Because
That was good.
this is me drum rolling.
uh-huh.
Am I
Have
gonna
to
have
hold
to?
the mic.
Ah, very nice.
You have to
Listen,
hide it though,
I'll go
because
grab them.
we don't have any sponsors.
We don't have. Well, I think that means maybe we can show it because it's when there's no profit going on. Anyway, we'll drink it.
Also, this one, hide it. You guys don't know what brand. This is.
It's got a weird
This-
bear
Oh,
on it.
that's so sweet.
This brand does
Thank
not
you, guys. This
exist.
is the first time this has happened.
Wow.
Pedro, oh Pedro, but
Pedro.
excuse me.
Pedro, man.
Yeah, we couldn't get hot wings, so we got wine.
You're like, next time, guests, bring wine.
Yeah, we're raising the bar.
Yeah, they are. It's gonna be hard to show up after this,
Find it,
after you guys have gone on the podcast. Speaking of,
Mm.
can we get background on the name?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Good
my
question.
Oh my god! It involved a lot of this.
Oh yeah. We couldn't come up with a name, so we thought, let's meet up, drink a lot, and then we'll have some good ideas.
Yeah.
And I think the first time we didn't find anything at all.
Yeah, we were just like focused on food. We were like, let's find a cool name.
Mm-hmm.
There was one name that I really liked, but they didn't like. Cause like it was too degrading.
Oh yeah, I know.
Wait,
Yeah, no. This is PG-13.
wait,
Don't worry.
what was it?
Yeah, you can say.
We
It's
can
like-
even- we
No,
can
no,
beep
no.
it
It's
out.
not. It's like the Uncomfortables.
Who's that degrading to?
I think it's pretty
Uncomfortable?
cool. I
I think it's pretty cool. Let's fucking switch it. Like
Nah.
we were like set on like finding something super dumb and like
Owning it.
yeah, really. Because we thought it would be cool. You know,
No, I think that's still number 2.
it's my number
Yeah.
2. There was the golden shower.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't like
I
that
think
one.
AC loved golden shower.
No, she hated it.
Oh, okay.
So first time you guys got drunk and it didn't work.
Ever.
And then the second time you
I
were
never
like,
drank
we're gonna do that
alcohol
again.
before.
And then
We're coming up with new names for you. New names for you guys.
Oh my god.
New names for you guys.
Yeah, and then we met again to drink again in a bar this time.
because it worked so
It worked
well.
so well.
So well.
We were like, we'll do it again, twice as effective, you know? And then we got so desperate, we were like, okay, what type of food do we all like?
Boys.
And then we found a few, but then we thought, oh, okay, lemons are interesting.
Yeah.
You know? They're very interesting. We all like, no, I think the first idea was lemon pie.
Yeah, pie was
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah,
among
and then
the
we
top
thought
3.
of all kinds of things with lemons. And then there was lemon shower or lemon eye. So we just started
Lemon
adding
hour as well.
lemon hour.
Ah,
yeah.
the memory of a
Of a
fish.
chicken hour.
Yes, yeah. We
And
decided because like
yeah.
we thought it's very visual as well.
Mhm.
Like to have like a lemon, it's yellow. I love yellow. Everybody
Yeah.
loves
And also the
yellow.
shape of an eye, kind of.
True. Yeah.
It's a cool name.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
And then, I mean, along those lines, have you guys had to think about getting a visual like representation of the band as well? Trying to get like a visual language together for doing promotion and stuff with the
Like a logo.
like a logo, but also like if there's color themes, which I guess would be yellow,
Yeah.
or like I don't know, makeup or costumes or whatever for performances. Is that something you think about, or is it like you look very excited?
Yeah. I think for like our own clothing so far, not so much.
Yeah.
But like for our main like color palettes, we do want like flashy colors. Like we want it to be colorful.
Yeah, for sure. Like I don't see this band being like black and white. You know.
No.
I think it's thank you. It's a like we really have like very kind of like pop influenced tunes, you know, and like they're happy tunes most of the time, and like even when they're sad, they're happy somehow. So I don't think that. I mean, not for most of our songs at least. But we do have a logo actually, and for performances, Ada mentioned multiple times that perhaps we should have like a recurrent theme for like each.
Yeah, I dropped that idea now.
Yeah.
I don't like it anymore.
Doesn't like it anymore.
It's hard with the business side as a band
Yeah.
to.
Like wear all yellow. It's
Nah,
not gonna look
It's
good.
terrible.
Mm.
But no, that wasn't my idea. My idea
Oh.
was we should all wear pajamas.
See, that's a terrible idea.
I like that idea still. Come on, pajamas, everyone.
God.
I'm gonna fight for this. Yeah,
It's not pajamas.
That's what causes the demise of the band.
yeah, that's how we were gonna break it. The pajama conundrum.
Exactly. And are there any long-term goals for you guys? Like projecting into the future? Maybe you guys are just sticking all in the now, and that's awesome too. but-
Yeah, performing with pajamas. That's the number one goal.
Yeah, or like-
Yeah, I guess record more and perform, hopefully.
Oh, for sure.
yeah, I see that in your future for sure.
No, thank you.
We've done 45 minutes.
Uh,
Coming kind of on 50. So I think it's a good place to end it, maybe?
I think so.
Yeah. Is there anything you guys want to promote? The single?
yeah.
Yeah.
8th of February. Pocket Song by Lemon Eye comes out. Do you have the time?
The time?
Doesn't have the time. So just 8th of February all day.
I know, midnight, I guess.
Midnight.
Cool.
Pocket Song. Lemon Eye. Yeah.
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 Exciting stuff. First single out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah. Thanks a lot
Yeah.
for having us.
Thank you. Yes.
Thanks for coming.
It's
Thanks for
very
the
lovely.
gifts of
We're taking them
sweets
back.
and wine.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
props.
Yeah. Awesome.